3 o'clock. You know what that means.
It's painting time.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, all. Just trying to get my lines in there, but...
You're trying to get your what?
I was going to start outlining in the black so they could see it, but...
You can still outline.
Sorry.
All right, this one is In This House.
Hello, everybody. Happy Saturday. Sunday?
Yeah.
It's Sunday?
Yeah, it's Sunday.
Oh,
What you got in that glass?
It's Sunday.
It's Saturday. No, it's Saturday. Wait a minute. So what happened? What you had something to drink before we started?
It's a sip.
Well, only a couple of people are on here. Nobody's checked in yet, so maybe they didn't hear you. Maybe you got away with it.
Happy Sunday.
It's Sunday. Are you sure? Is it Monday?
No.
It's Sunday. No, it's Saturday. Are you sure?
Stop it.
You going to hang out with your besties tonight?
No. Man, that's a bummer.
Welcome, everybody. As we're going to open this up and give everybody time to check in with us, let us know where you're from.
Yes.
Let us know what you're doing, what you're thinking on this Sunday.
How you guys doing? Are you looking forward to paint?
Yes, and remember, we got a double header today. We're doing this one here in this house, and then we'll be back tonight to do the Booze Fairies. So thank you for joining us tonight. This afternoon, and give us a chance to wait for everybody to check in and let us know who's with us.
Make sure that you guys have your sketch done. Hopefully you have your sketch done already. I posted that in the event.
Oh yeah, please let us know if you already have your sketch done.
Yeah.
All right, first up is Charlotte
Hi, Charlotte.
Risala from Charlotte, Newport, New Hampshire.
Oh, welcome. Charlotte.
Uh-huh.
Charlotte from Charlotte. See that?
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, we're going to just wait for everybody to check in. We're just going to give it a few minutes, about 5 minutes, I guess.
I shared a poster of this. This is not my original artwork. I shared a poster of this on my personal page, and I think like 30-something people shared it. It's like, I guess we have to do a painting of that, man. That was like so many people touched. So yes.
Got Natalie Haig from upstate New York.
Hi, Natalie. Welcome.
No, Charlotte says, we've talked about, no, it's me, Charlotte.
Oh. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. We've got Hope Freeman. Hi, painting here in New Jersey with my 7-year-old Sophie.
Hi, Hope and
Excited
Sophie.
to be here. Sketches are ready.
Yay.
All right, so Hope and
Good job.
Sophie are ready.
Yes. Way to go. Good job.
And we're still letting other people check in. Yeah, Charlotte says she's in Newport, New Hampshire.
Newport, New Hampshire, not Charlotte.
Not Charlotte, New Hampshire. I'm sorry. Okay.
See, and Mark didn't even take a sip.
No, I don't take a sip. I just drink water. No, I'm just reading what she wrote. It says, "Hi guys, from Charlotte, Newport, New Hampshire."
I see.
Okay, I'm gonna read what I see, unless they correct me. And she corrected me. She said, "No, it's Charlotte, from Newport, New Hampshire."
Oh my goodness.
Charlotte says, "I'm the biracial one, Jennifer."
Oh, hi.
Oh, that's a key word for you?
No, we chatted about this, yes.
Oh,
we did chat.
Okay. All right. So now you know who it is.
You know what? I'm so sorry. I feel like I talk to so many people now. I'm not going to be able to keep up, so remind me. Thank you.
Yeah. You're meeting a lot of people now that you're
Yes,
virtually
Yes, they are.
touching people's lives. Yeah. So that's what happens.
Yeah, and Diana, after Diane, not Diana. After we did the hot air balloon, which was in honor of her mom.
Right.
She painted in honor of her mom. I did that hummingbird, and she was like, that's the next one.
Okay.
She's like, your intuitions are great.
That's what happens. That's what happens. All right, everybody. We're going to still, people are still checking in. So while we're waiting for a few more minutes before we begin, I just wanted to go over our month of July that we're going to be starting off with. That's going to be Thursday, July 2nd is going to be the first painting for the month of July here on Facebook. That's going to be the Christmas Hippo, of course, with Jennifer's Christmas in July theme that she loves so much. That's going to be the first thing we do this first painting in July. Okay, July is going to be changing. There's going to be some changes coming up for Mimosas and Masterpieces. Yes, we'll still be here on Facebook and we'll still do live virtual painting, but a lot of our paintings are going to start changing over to Zoom, and it'll be $5 for a painting.
But there are several
sessions.
that are still free. So
oh yeah, they'll always be free. But if you want to keep up with us, you can easily join us by coming over to Zoom. You can sign up here on this Mimosas and Masterpieces page in the events section. Okay, it'll always be there for the events, and you'll be able to click on and just pay the $5 and you'll get your link. And then we'll be doing the same thing that we do on the Zoom.
Yep.
And the reason for that is because we're about to go back out on the road, so we won't be here in the house like we've been for the last few months. And we had to cut back on some of the virtual paintings that we were doing during the week. But
is anybody a first timer with us?
oh yes, please. If there's anybody that's a first timer, please let us know.
You don't know them? Well, you know. For those that don't know us, I'm Jennifer. Mark is behind the computer.
Mm-hmm.
We are Mimosas and Masterpieces, coming to you from South Pembroke, New Jersey. And like you said, we are going out and doing these in person, but the past few months we've just been going virtually, so things are about to flip again. So we begin going back out on the road on Tuesday.
Yes, Natalie's first time.
Yay! Welcome, Natalie.
Yes.
Thanks for joining us for your first time. Hope you enjoy it today. But yes, so you will start to see us start to do a couple of Zooms that are a small fee, and it's just kind of me trying to balance out what is it, you know, is it better for me to be home and do virtual, or is it better for us to get out? I can't reach everybody going out on the road, so I'd love to continue to do virtual, and that's why we're going to keep incorporating free events too. And Kids Camp begins in July as well, so tune in for that.
Right, you mean for Thursday, July 9th, they can come and meet and greet and ask questions about all of the programs, everything we're going to be doing?
Yeah.
We have another newcomer. We have Rachel Marie Keller Buhanda.
Hi, Rachel.
All right, so we got two newbies.
Welcome, newbies.
Yes.
Awesome. All right, let's go over our supplies. I think we've kind of waited long enough for people.
Sure.
All right. So again, Jennifer, Mark, Mimosas and Masterpieces. So today we're working with a 16 by 20 canvas. I have a portrait style. You've already pre-sketched your design. Fingers crossed, hopefully that's done already.
Yeah, if anybody hasn't pre-sketched their designs, please let us know immediately.
I don't know if I can go over every single one and draw them all out, and we'll just take way too long.
Okay.
So brushes today, I'm going to use our larger flat brush, that 3/4 inch, and then I'll probably be switching in between two of the small round brushes. So one that might be like, I don't know, I have a whole belt full of brushes here, but smaller round brushes, and then like one tinier one for detail, because there's a lot of little detail in these guys. And we'll zoom in when we get to that part as well.
I'll be right here to do it.
I have a cup of water to rinse my brushes, paper towels to dry your brushes, cover your workspace if you need to. Plate for our paints. I'm just using our 5 primary colors today. Red, yellow, blue, black, white, and I may need a touch of brown for the skin tone, but I might be able to get away with just using pinks. You may need brown for your skin tone. If you do, if you have it. Awesome. Hopefully good. What else? I think that's it. Again, I'm using the 5 primary colors. I just need a little bit on the plate. That's about all I'm using today. Shouldn't need more than that.
Black, white, red, yellow, and blue?
Yep. We start 5 primaries. And let's begin. We're going to do our background first. So rinsing and drying that flat brush. You should be able to go over your sketches and still see it in the background. So
Really? You mean when you're painting?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. I mean, it may kind of muddle the sketch a little bit,
but you should still be able to see it.
Right. Yep.
Okay.
So we're gonna work from the inside out around the edges.
All right.
I'm gonna do like a rainbow theme. You don't have to do what I'm doing. You can color your entire background one color. You can follow your own lead. But I'm gonna just kind of mimic this painting so that we can show you exactly what we did.
Okay.
So for the start, right in the center of my canvas, I'm just gonna start with white. So I've rinsed and dried that large flat brush. And I'm just grabbing a little bit of white. And I'm kind of using the center of my canvas as this heart. So I am going to go around the heart instead of painting over the whole thing.
Okay.
Just white to start. I know you can't see that. So we're going to start with a circle around our heart.
All right. A white circle around the heart.
Yep.
Not too much white paint on your brush.
Yeah, I mean, just a little bit, just to give it a nice coat of white to start. And then, same brush, I want you to grab a tiny, tiny bit of red. Just touch a corner of the brush in the red. A little red goes a long way.
Yeah, thank you. I wanted you to hold that up and let them see just how little it is.
A little red goes a long way. We want to get this center area pink. So you can see how much that little tiny bit puts on there.
Wow.
So you can go back and forth it according to how dark you want that. So I just want to brush that pink, that red in the white, and you can just go back and grab a little tiny bit at a time, following a circular motion.
All right. Okay, so now I'm assuming that everybody has their sketches on their canvas because no one is making any.
Yeah, I think we pretty much covered it in the event, so that means that people are really reading our event details, so thank you for that.
Yes, yes, thank you.
All right. So I want to take that that pink out to the white, which is at least a brush width around that part.
Okay.
So at least a brush width there.
So you mixed it.
We blended it right on canvas.
Okay, yeah, you blended it.
Yep, blended right on canvas, and just using curved brush strokes, following the shape of the circle around that.
Okay. And it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be in the shape of a circle.
Yep. That's where we're going. We're just going to keep making that circle wider with our colors.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I want you to grab a corner this time of white and a corner of yellow. So corner of white, corner of yellow.
Okay.
Okay. I want you to line up the white around the edge of the pink. You can even overlap it. So line up that white around the edge of the pink.
Okay.
You have to go back to add more paint to your brush. Corner of white, corner of yellow. Again.
White on the inside, yellow on the outside.
Right.
Okay, I see it. They can see it. I don't have to close up yet.
Okay, good deal. All right, so what I want you to do is we're going to blend in toward the pink and then bring it out at least a brush width. All right, so I'm going to just curved brush strokes back and forth over what I did. And I want you to bring this up into the pink a little bit and then come out about a brush width.
Okay.
So we're going to do that all the way around our circle. So back and forth, up into the pink area, and bring it down and out about a brush width.
Good.
We're blending as we go.
All right.
So the quicker you get around that, the less you'll see those harsh lines. Okay, so blending up into that pink and bring it down and out around. Remember, you can go over your stuff. If you should be able to go over it and still see those lines, so you don't have to stress too much.
Okay. Now you're just avoiding the sketches.
Yeah, I'm trying to avoid where I can.
Okay.
Yep. I mean, but if you go over it, that's why I said you can still see it. You just kind of might like mucky it up a little bit. Your pencil marks.
Okay.
Give you guys a minute to get that yellow on there. Just give Mark kind of some thumbs up so we know you're ready to move on to the next color.
I think that'll be happening very soon.
You guys have been keeping up with me the past couple of events.
Now while they're finishing up, I'll just start reading off some more dates here. And remember, all of the dates that I'm reading, they will be posted right here on our page on Mimosas and Masterpieces.
They're in there.
You click on the events, and everything will be listed with all of the details. Like for instance, July 5th is our first Zoom virtual painting session. That's going to be stitched in the sand.
He's on the top right corner of your screen.
Yeah, he's right above the painting. Yes, that's going to be at 7 p.m. at July 5th. Okay, and then days later, that Thursday, July 9th, is our very big meet and greet Q&A session on Zoom again.
We want to meet you. We want to see you. We want you to share we're going to do like show and tell. Show us your favorite painting that you've done. It doesn't have to be one you've done with us. We want you to share with everybody else in the group too. Meet one another and not just us. But
Yes, that's what we're promoting. We want to just
yeah,
see our community that we've helped
exactly.
build with you. Okay, and then starting off that weekend, Friday, July 10th, 7 p.m. is going to be the free event. That's the Snowman in July. Keeping with that Christmas in July theme that Jennifer seems to really, really love. There it is. Snowman in July. Just makes you look forward to the Christmas time, huh?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. All right, that's how we're going to start that weekend off on July 10th at 7 p.m. That's a free event on Facebook. Okay, but that weekend, July 11th and July 12th, that's Saturday and Sunday, those are both going to be Zoom events. So they're $5. You can join us at 11 a.m. on July 11th for the Koi virtual paint session. That's what we're going to be painting. And you can join us on Zoom for $5. And that starts at 11 a.m. That's a special start time. And then Sunday, July 12th at 7 p.m., the Beach Boardwalk. That's a Zoom event. That's $5. And we're doing that at 7 p.m. on that Sunday, July the 12th.
We've done this event, I don't know how many times I've painted this painting.
Yeah, the Beach Boardwalk.
Everybody loves this one.
Yes, we've done it live. All right, and then as everybody knows, and you can find out if you join us at the meet and greet on the 9th at 7 p.m., Kids Camp will begin on the 15th of July. Anything you want to know, any questions you have about Kids Camp, you can go to this page right here, you get all the information, click on the event, or you can meet and greet us on Thursday, July 9th at 7 p.m. on Zoom. They don't have to pay for that. They just got to come to Zoom, get the link, go to the event section, look at the event, click on the link, join us live for the meet and greet. Ask us anything you want to know about the Kids Camp. Give us some suggestions. We're going to be asking for a whole lot of different things. So, yeah, just join us and get all your information then.
All right.
All right.
If you didn't rinse and dry, that's fine. I'm keeping that same brush.
Mm-hmm.
If you did rinse and dry, that's also fine. So we're going to go to the next color. We're going to do a corner of blue and a corner of white.
Okay.
I want you to overlap that white around the yellow.
Okay, same as before, but this time with blue and white.
Right, so now...
Oh, you skipped the sketch.
I skipped over the sketch if I can.
Okay.
So corner of blue, corner of white. If you need more paint, just overlap that white over the yellow. Okay, we're going to use that same technique. We're going to brush up into the yellow.
Yeah.
Come down at least a brush stroke.
Okay.
So brush up into the yellow.
That's going to make a
And
color,
some
right?
green. Yep.
Okay.
And then come down at least a brush width.
Come down at least a brush width once you go up into the yellow.
Yep.
All right, that's going to take a moment
Yep.
for them to go up into the yellow, come back down about a brush width.
Yep, and it's
Okay.
okay. It doesn't have to be exact. Everybody's is going to be different. It's important to always know that my painting is not going to look exactly like my painting. Your painting is not going to look exactly like my painting.
Exactly.
We are just here to guide you. Everyone is going to have their own individual painting.
That's
And
right.
That is exactly what we want.
And how do we prove this? We prove this by you sending us a picture of your painting at the end of the session. And then you come back later, about a few days from now, and she will have made a slideshow that will show you all of the people who have been painting with you today, how their paintings came out.
Yeah.
And then you'll see exactly what she means when she says all of that. And then the other good part is, I guarantee you that the pictures will all be each person's interpretation and creativity, and it'll be real nice.
Yep. It's neat to see how we know that all of the paintings are the same, but they all look different. We know it's the same painting, and it all looks different.
There's a lot of good painters out there. People who are just getting into it. Some people are just doing it just to relax, just to calm down after all of the quarantining and the being stressed out and not being able to freely go wherever you really want to go, and just having to be careful a lot. So a lot of people are just getting back into this. They did it in school, or they did it when they were younger. A lot of young people are joining us, and they are just going off. They are painting every time with us.
Yeah, we love seeing younger painters.
The younger painters are coming out. They are loving it. They're loving being home or wherever, and they're painting. They're getting people to join them.
All right, once you have that one row of blue, I want you to do one more row of blue on there. So white and blue, line that white up against your blue,
Uh-huh.
and then just kind of keep going. Let's bring that blue out a couple of inches. Even if you come out all the way to the side, that's fine.
Okay. So you're just gonna make it bigger,
Yep.
and you're painting in a circular
Right. You want
curve.
to continue that same circle pattern, curved brush strokes.
And this shouldn't have anything to do with your sketches.
No, I'm going over my sketches and I can still see
You
it.
can still see them?
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I avoid it when I can, but if there's too many little crevices in there that you can't go in between, then just go over it.
Mm-hmm.
This will dry in enough time so that we can keep painting.
Well, while everybody's working on their backgrounds, I would just like to encourage, especially our first timers, come back to our Mimosas and Masterpieces page when you can, and go and click on the pictures, click on the photos, look at the events, look and see what we've been doing, for the last few months, and then even more so, look and see our history of what we've been doing as a company that's just been going out and touching people's lives and having them do wonderful things just through painting. She's been doing fundraisers, company get-togethers, just to get people to bond with each other. She's been doing schools. It's just a lot of bookings that we've had in the past. It's all different. It's not the same. It's all different people from all over that want to do this. And to our advantage, we've been able to travel to many places or have people come to places where we could provide for them and change their lives by letting them have a moment in time where they could just paint something and forget about all of the craziness and and then we've gotten families together with themes, like the pajama party night. We had families come in to our location and everybody dressed in pajamas and we painted that night. And it was fun.
You'll rinse and dry once your blue and white is on, and then again give us a thumbs up when you're ready. But yes, I miss going out and being with other people and doing this in person. It's so much different when you have a physical audience than it is when you have a virtual audience.
Yeah.
It's just as fun, but it's just a different experience. But still, we always say it is not, for me, it is not just about putting paint on a canvas and teaching you that. It is helping you just with some downtime. It's just a moment of kind of forgetting everything else. We want you to have a positive experience, whether it's time with family or a friend or just time for yourself. We all need that right now.
Yeah.
We always need that, but right now especially. So yes, we want you to enjoy your time and be happy with what you create with us. So we are always here to do that. Even if somebody reached out the other night, she posted a photo of her painting of the balloon and she said something negative about it. Like, I wish it didn't look like this, you know, so much like this. And
Really?
I sent her a private message and I said, I gave her some suggestions on what she could do to change it, or to help with what she was perceiving as it not being right.
Right.
So, and she was just thankful that I reached out, and that's what we're here for. We want you to be happy with what you've done with us.
Yes, that is a very big deal for us.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, you're part of our community.
I got a thumbs up,
Awesome.
but still give it. I got one thumbs up from Judy. Okay, so we can just wait just maybe a little bit longer, and then we'll proceed. Yeah, but and that's the whole thing. I think that's what the lure of Zoom is for us, is because we're actually getting a live audience that we can actually interact with. Even though we do it like this, we communicate with you through your comments. Is it possible to speak up? We are having trouble hearing.
We are connected, but I will try.
Right, but we haven't had that problem until. Yeah. Yeah, they need to check their connection because our connection is good.
Just try to make sure your volume's all the way up on your end. But we've got a mic. It's like
right directly over her head.
Yeah, 12 inches from my head.
And right directly from me too. I have one right on me too. Yeah, but I see that's why the Zoom is so appealing.
It's neat. We also will do private Zoom events. So if you have a group of people, friends or kids, or a birthday that you want to do through Zoom and you don't want to do a public thing, then we also offer doing private Zoom events for a small fee.
Right, we've been doing it,
and we've been doing kids' birthday parties that way, which has been so neat because we get to see the kids kind of all turn their paintings around and.
Right, if somebody has a problem, they show it to us right there. We can see it.
It's neat. It's neat. We have done a couple of companies, kind of team building events, which is something that's really needed right now because everybody is kind of working from home and they're not having that, community camaraderie that they used to. So they are just kind of doing virtual. So it's nice to be doing something other than work virtually.
Right. Even though you have gone to companies' locations or places where they've asked you to come, and you did that too. Okay, so you just extended the work that you do with companies through the virtual area, which we was grateful that happened, because because when this all began and your whole booking calendar had to go down, it was like, what's gonna happen? Are we even gonna be around? And then we found the virtual thing and just jumped on that, and the rest is history. All right. I think you can continue on now.
All right, so this time I am going to rinse and dry my brush. Let's get all those other colors out of our brush.
All right.
Rinse and dry, nice clean brush. And then we are going to go to red. So a corner of white and a little corner of red at a time. Remember, red goes a long way.
So a little bit.
Big corner of white, little corner of red.
Yes.
Line up that white against your blue. Okay, line up the white against your blue. Again, just keep grabbing paint if you need to get around that circle.
Right, let them get a look at that.
Yeah, I'm going to do the top half and then I'll go down to the bottom half so it doesn't dry on me.
Okay.
Okay, so remember we'll go back and forth over what we put down. We're going to come into our blue. We're going to create a little bit of a purple in there. And then bring it out. As you get to your edges and your top and your bottom, try to cover those up. Fill those in, paint them.
Oh, okay.
All right, so when we're blending. All right, into our blue. And then out. There's not a whole lot of paint there. So you may want to grab a little bit more of each color.
White, but a little bit of red at a time.
Yeah, but even the red is kind of like, I feel like I need more.
Oh, okay.
So, blending into our blue area, grabbing those edges. Uh-oh. Shook some water. Took a sip of water, went down around right. My goodness. So, blending into our blue and then bring it back out. Alright? Keep brushing over that. Into our blue. Gonna make a little bit of purple in there, and then bring it back out. Into our blue and back out. So we're gonna take this red now all the way out to the corners of our canvas, all the way. So you'll just keep grabbing red and white and then keep all the way out. Alright, so corner of red, corner of white. Bring this all the way out. And the more white you put down, obviously, the lighter it will get. Okay?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
It's water going down my windpipe. Whoa. Sorry, everybody. You almost lost Mark there.
Gosh. We're just going to keep going with that red and white all the way out to the corners. And again, this is, you can make it as dark or as light as you want to. Just keep adding your red and white according to what you like.
Excuse me. Sorry.
Grab those edges when you get to the edges.
And what do you do when you clear up all your breathing passages after almost choking to death on some water?
You drink more water.
You drink more water. Oh, that's so good. Oh.
So good it killed you.
Yeah, it's that water. It's so good. Yeah, my favorite drink. Oh, man. Excuse me. I'm okay now. I feel much better. Woo. That was scary, baby.
Yeah, I just kept right on pain. That's all right. You'll be fine. Don't worry.
That's right. That's right. That's what you're supposed to do.
Oh my God.
If we were on TV and I was having a heart attack or something and we was live, you got to keep painting. Don't worry about me.
Terrible.
We'll take care of it. It'll all work itself out.
Oh, sure.
I had a stroke or a heart attack or something. I'm laying on the floor convulsing. You got to keep painting.
Sounds good. Cut it out. Terrible. I'm not gonna be able to paint.
Okay, I'm sorry now. I don't want to mess with your livelihood.
Oh my gosh.
That's right. Trust me. I know. I'm an actor, you know. I've been on stage through all kinds of chaos, all kinds of things. Then you see me as a stage manager. Anything can happen at any time. The show must go on. It has to go on till the end, regardless.
It's gonna keep going, guys.
That's right. You make a mistake, just act like you don't, act like you know. Don't even, you know, if the audience doesn't know you're making a mistake, so keep on going.
But the audience may know that you're like choking to death, you know.
You gotta incorporate it in somehow, some way.
Oh
Yeah, the audience doesn't know what's supposed to happen, so anything can happen. You just gotta play through it. I've been there, done that.
Okay, rinse and dry after that red or that pink, and then give us some thumbs up again to let us know you're ready to move on.
All right.
And we're gonna have Mark zoom into the little areas.
So you can do the sketches.
Yeah. So let's finish up our upcoming events. We got to the orcas.
No. I didn't do the orcas yet. I just was talking about the camp. The camp begins on 7/15 on the 15th of July. Okay. And then what? It begins on the 15th, but there's going to be paintings on that day. Okay.
I think they're the first ones on the 15th.
Well, it says here Thursday, July 16th, 7 p.m. is the orcas.
Okay. Yep.
That's a $5 Zoom event. Right, the kids camp begins on the 15th. There's a whole list of paintings that you have to see if you click on that event.
We'll show you those at the end.
Yeah, we'll show you those at the end. But that following weekend, that weekend, the July 16th, that was the orcas. That's a $5 Zoom event.
Yep.
Okay, then we'll be off until the following Thursday, the 23rd. That comes Home Sweet Home. That's also a $5 Zoom event.
Oh, I didn't bring that painting out.
You don't have that painting?
Didn't bring it?
Okay, so we'll have to do that one a little later.
Sorry.
Okay, then we have Monday, July 27th. Back on Facebook for a free virtual painting event. That's on the 27th. That's a free event. That's the Hummingbird. Yeah, that's highly anticipated. Yes, we can see that one. It's in the lower right-hand corner. Right there. Jennifer's pointing to it right now. Okay, and then Thursday, July 30th at 8 p.m. Both of them are at 8 p.m. The Hummingbird and the Dory. That's also free on Facebook on July 30th.
We decided to make Dory.
You see Dory right there in the back in the lower right-hand corner.
The reason why it's just Dory on the painting and there's nothing else around it is because it was meant to be, there's lots of words that you can put on it. So of course the classic just keep swimming, you can add on there.
Oh.
But the reason that it came up was because we had several friends of ours that saw a sign that said, I'm no longer drinking again, and then at the bottom it says, oh look, Fireball, or whatever your drink of choice is.
Okay, all right, cool.
So,
so you want to leave it open so people can put whatever.
Yes.
And then they're going to send us pictures with all kinds of crazy stuff.
That's
right. We know how it's going to go. Yeah. We have such a creative, expressive audience.
We do.
You don't believe me? Go back and look at the slideshows. Just go head on down there to the events section, click on events, and scroll all the way down. Start at the first one. And then look at all of the slideshows and just see how these people have all joined us for a painting session. How good they are. Yeah, I'm really proud about that. Yeah, make sure you come back and join us tonight too, because Booze Fairies is much anticipated. And then the Booze Fairy thing here where we live here in South Bound Brook is just off the charts, okay? And Jennifer seems to be like the biggest recipient of Booze Fairies that I know of. I mean, I'm a Booze Fairy. She sent me out as a Booze Fairy, and I come back and she's getting all these other dustings on our porch for Booze Fairies for her. So it's like, wow. Unbelievable.
We redust.
Yeah.
We make sure we.
I hope other people are getting booze. I hope people are getting dusted as much as you are.
Yeah, I see several.
You get dusted every week.
Yeah, once a week.
Multiple times, not just once a week. It's like 3, 4.
No.
I'm coming home. There's stuff on the porch. What the hell? Oh, wow. Who did this one?
It's awesome. It's just nice to see other people paying it forward.
Well, see, that's what's happening to you. I'm pretty sure that's what it is, okay? You've been doing this all your life, okay? So the karma is just coming back to you. It's just, you get free stuff, you win stuff, it's going to happen for the rest of your life because you do too much wonderful things for people. I shouldn't say too much. You just do a lot of stuff. You never look for nothing back in return, and that's how you get stuff all the time. You got every Booze Fairy in the Somerset County area converging on your home. You got plenty of stuff to drink.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
All right.
I think,
What do you think?
you know, I think people are still finishing up their background.
Okay.
They're just not commenting.
Okay. I don't want to go ahead and
Well, Judy was right on point. She was right up with you.
say done.
I would assume that you're, you know,
Okay.
that your audience is just about done.
Well.
Because the next step is going to be a little bit more detail to it, right?
And then it's all the detail of all the little things.
Right. So then I'm going to zoom in for them so they can get
Okay.
cracking on this because, yeah, this is going to be some serious detail here for them to.
There is some detail on this. Yes.
So yeah, we just need them to make sure that their backgrounds are all done, so we don't have anybody, you know, trying to catch up or anything. We want everybody to listen to you as you explain how to do these symbols here.
Yeah. Just let me know when to go. I don't want to rush ahead anybody. We're not going anywhere. 7 o'clock. We got the boost fairy. So.
Oh yeah, we'll be right back tonight.
That's all we got.
Well, you could go ahead and what you're gonna do? You're gonna start on one at a time.
Yeah, we'll just do one thing at a time.
All right, so I'm gonna zoom in for you,
Yep.
so our audience can see what you're gonna do with each one.
Okay. I think the one that will probably take probably take the longest is the Rosie the Riveter. You know, the girl on the bottom.
Okay.
I think the skin tone is probably the toughest part of
Really?
this whole thing. So I'm going with my peach white skin tone, kind of like a pink.
Yes.
So I'm gonna mix a little bit of white, a little red, and a little yellow together. So you kind of just have to keep adding until you mix and you're happy with the color.
Okay.
If you have a darker skin tone, you may want to try a little bit of brown. So if you have like a burnt umber, just a tiny bit at a time. You don't need a lot of paint. It's a very small area. So you don't need a lot, just a little bit of mixing. And I'm using that tiny brush now. I went to that real small brush. I mean, there is a, like, you know, your medium round brush.
Yeah.
But since we're doing this one with the smaller areas, I'm just going to use that tiny brush.
Okay.
So you'll mix the skin tone, and then we can just put that skin tone on there. So
And that
again,
skin tone is what colors again?
So my kind of like peachy pink skin tone
Right.
is a little yellow,
Little yellow,
a little white,
and
a little red.
a little red. A little of
So
each.
Try a little of each first, and then you may have to add a little more white. You may have to add a little more pink. You may have to add a little yellow, depending on the tone that you want.
All right.
So that's probably the thing that will take the longest. So we'll start with the arm first. That we know the whole thing is
Okay.
skin tone. And after you're done mixing, I want you to rinse and dry that brush. Get all the paint off that brush.
Yeah.
And get it back to a fine little point so that you can use that for all those little tiny areas that we have to get into.
Okay.
And then the other thing is, you'll hear me say, pencil grip, pinky stabilize. Hold, if you need some control over exactly where your brush is going,
Yes.
hold it like a pencil, so you're holding it around the metal part. Use your pinky to kind of rest your hand on your canvas so that you have some control over where your brush goes, instead of trying to like kind of float over it.
Okay.
Okay, so the hand, the arm, all the way down. And then,
Here, let them get a good look at that.
and then I'm gonna do the face area, leaving out the eyes and the lips. We're not gonna do that.
Okay. I'm gonna try to close up a little bit more.
I know, this is real tiny details now.
Yeah. I'm like they can't see you now. They're gonna only see the canvas in your hand.
That's fine. Yeah, that's why me trying to instruct how to sketch all of this would have just been crazy. That would not have worked.
I see what you mean by you can still see the sketch.
Yeah, you can still see
Because
it.
now that I have it superimposed, I can see the sketch.
Good.
Cool. So you just filling in your skin tone areas with this.
Yep, that's it. That's why you really don't need a whole lot. It's just that And I'm gonna rinse and dry when I've got that on there. So you'll do your skin tone, you can do your hair color, so you can do dark brown hair, you can do the black hair, you can do, if you want to do a blonde hair, you just mix a little white and a little yellow for like a golden color.
Okay.
I'm just gonna stick with the black for the black hair. And I'm gonna paint everything around our little bow tie or that hair tie.
Okay.
Actually, in fact, I'm gonna do that first.
Oh, you're gonna change up and you're gonna do the bow.
Sorry.
You're gonna do the
We'll do the colors
the scarf.
in the scarf first. And you can do that whatever color you want. I'm gonna try and do a little bit of a rainbow in there.
Oh, okay.
Stick with a little bit of theme.
Now the scarf is sketched out for you, right?
Yep, scarf is in there and sketched out.
Okay.
Lots of rinsing and drying. So I hear thunder now.
Oh, is it raining yet? I don't know. I didn't hear any thunder.
No? Oh, I just heard thunder.
Oh, I can't see from down here. But it doesn't look like it's dark outside or rainy. All right. Hey, Aiden,
Yes.
is it raining outside?
Why?
Just asking?
Just wanted to know.
No?
Why?
Because it's supposed to rain at some point.
Just asking.
What? How long is?
It's supposed to be like a little thunderstorm or
This
something.
one's gonna be a little longer.
Yeah, it says it's supposed to be a little thunderstorm or something today.
Yeah.
But it's still sunny outside, right? It doesn't look like it's going to rain.
Filling in our
Good.
skin tone in the face and the arm.
Mm-hmm.
I did our bandana. And
Oh.
I'm gonna go back and do the black for my hair. It's easier to do the black over the
But
other
right
color.
now she has white hair.
Does.
So what's wrong with that? She can't have white hair?
No, not at all. Certainly, there's nothing wrong with that.
Okay. You're going to give her black hair though.
Easier to see.
Okay.
Contrasting colors is always makes your painting interesting.
Yes.
That's always what we ask you guys. We know we have a list, long list.
A long
of
list.
suggestions, but we always want to hear from you. What do you want to paint? What do you want to see?
And we can always take more
Yeah, we
and
wanna-
add to the list.
Sometimes some things kind of hit me faster than others. So, you know, something needs to inspire me. I know I have a big long list to go through, and we've done a lot of those suggestions, especially we took all the kids' suggestions, and that is what our kid camp is made of. All the kids'
Yeah,
suggestions.
all of their suggestions. That's right. Tell them about the feature artists that we're doing now. We're doing
Yeah.
feature artists. There's been people that have been joining us for sessions ever since we started.
Yep.
And they're accumulating so many different paintings that we might as well just feature them
Yeah,
as the
we
artists.
wanna, we're always, this is about you. This is about the confidence that it builds in you. This is about the, again, positivity and how you guys are enjoying things and what it's done for you. So we love seeing people that have never painted before come back to us and say, wow, that was so exciting. I've never painted before. I'm so proud of myself. That's the feeling I'm always chasing. I always like to hear that you're proud of yourself, that you are excited for what you've done, and we've helped create that somehow. So we have had so many people join us and just continue to follow us and be with us. So we are every week going to do a spotlight artist and just show them and their work. Last week, every week. Did I say week?
Yeah, every week.
I don't know why I do that. every week we're gonna do a spotlight artist. So last week was Warisha. She had not been able to do our painting live with us, but she's gone back and done almost every single one of our free paint nights. And they were posting the photos of everything that she had done right under the albums when we put up the photos. So I grabbed all of her photos and I said, can I do you as a featured artist? And we put her up with a little slideshow of just her and just her paintings. And next month, we have one for next week already. But we're taking notice to who's with us and who is, commenting all the time.
And who's painting, coming and joining us on multiple occasions.
Yeah, I absolutely love it. It's so exciting to me. All right. Now all these little tiny features we know are really tough to get into.
Yes.
That's why we're doing that teensy tiny brush.
And let them see that. And what is this you're doing?
This is the little details in the face. There's like a little
eyes.
The eyes. Yep, the eyes. There's the eyebrows. There's like
Oh man, that is so
super tiny.
Yeah.
I know.
And I've got it close up.
I'm gonna outline while I'm here.
So could you just describe the eyes, because you didn't say what part of the eyes you were doing.
So each of the eyes are kind of like little ovals or almond shapes.
Okay.
So little ovals on either side, and then there's kind of like
An eyebrow?
like yes, there is an eyebrow, and then there's sort of a little flare or a little curved line out of either eye for lashes.
Okay.
And then I'm just gonna go right around the edge.
You mean at the edge of the almond shape?
Yep.
Right, I see. Okay.
And then I'm gonna do there's like a little triangular shape down here over the arm and under the chin that kind of like separates the chin and the arm there.
Right.
Kind of separate that a little bit more.
Right. I see what you're saying.
And then there's a tiny little comma. Looks like a little tiny comma for her nose.
A comma.
That's what it looks like.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna continue just outlining her arm. Tiny bit of paint at a time. Make sure you rinse and dry that little brush often to get the paint off of it and get it back to a little point.
Okay. Now you're outlining her arm.
Yep. We did the large version of this a couple weeks ago, if anybody saw that.
Mm-hmm.
That was also a Zoom, but that was a fundraising event.
Right.
And the last thing I didn't get in there was her lips. So I'm gonna just grab a little bit of red, and that's also kind of an almond shape in there. You don't have to outline that if you don't want to. It's really tiny.
Okay. Wow.
Super duper tiny.
That's gonna take them about a minute.
Yeah, we're gonna let you guys get that one done, and then we will move on to the next one. So give us a thumbs up when you're ready to move on.
Right. Now you were mentioning that the first person that you used for the artist showcase, that this person had not been able to paint with us during our live sessions.
Right.
So they were coming back and clicking on the events,
Back to all of the
and
old
it was
ones.
scrolling down and then looking for the video, and they just painted right along with the video. And then at the end of every video, we say, please take a picture and send it in. And they sent them in for every one of them.
Every one of them. She went back. Maybe not every single one,
But a good majority of them, yeah.
She had several. So we just took all of those photos and I did a little slideshow of just her with her paintings.
Right, because she had enough paintings to say, well, we could just run a quick
It was really
slideshow.
good. So we certainly want to do that for Not only kids, but adults too. 'Cause
Yeah.
we all need props too sometimes, right?
Right, now Natalie says, I'm getting a little behind on the details.
No problem.
On the details of the lady.
We're just doing the girl, so we've just filled in her her scarf, her head. We've done the girl, so completed with the girl, and it's okay. You know you can take your time. No, we're not in a rush.
Right, I'm taking it into consideration that she must have the sketches on her canvas.
Yeah, I would think so. I think everybody would have done it because that's.
Because I think she's talking about the details on the face.
Yeah.
Because you said it was 2 almonds.
Yeah, it is in the sketch. It's just tough to see.
Right.
So sometimes you may have to like go back to your sketch.
And just make sure that your paintbrush is very pointy and.
Yep. So that's a really great tip. Is just rinse and dry that little brush. So here's what I'll show you that up close too. So here's a great tip if you don't know how to do this. So when you rinse and dry your brush, so you'll rinse your brush is kind of like full and it's full of water. So as you drag it across your paper towel, you're gonna spin it and pull it across your paper towel, and that will automatically get it back to that little point. So spin and like spin and pull it across your towel. It dries it and it gets it back to a point for you. And what is my one little friend calls it a ballerina brush.
Oh, okay.
Ballerina brush, I think she calls
Ballerina
it.
brush.
She's twisting it on the towel.
Okay.
My rascal's being so good. Max is down on the floor, but he is not making it clean.
Finally? I guess it's still a little too early.
7 o'clock.
We'll see what he does tonight. Because he's like, okay, this is the first time you're doing it today. Now we're going to have a little break after this until 7 o'clock. And then he's going to be like, wait a minute, hold it. Again? No, no. Oh, no, no. Right, see, now I still have it close up so they can see the details.
Good. And just give us a thumbs up when you guys are ready to move on.
Yep, and then we'll move on. We'll wait for you guys. Because we still got 5 other symbols to get done.
This one was
And
the
you got to
most-
do some letters.
This one was the most difficult. That's why I did that one first.
Okay.
Yeah, the rest of them are relatively easy.
Cool.
Yeah, so for your lettering, you don't have to paint it. You can
No?
go back with a black Sharpie
Oh, all right.
and write it in Sharpie. In fact, my original painting,
Right.
the small lettering in the bottom underneath each of the symbols
It's in
is
Sharpie?
black Sharpie.
I guess that's better because then you can
With a little
actually
bit more
write
control over it
than a paintbrush.
paintbrush.
Yeah.
But the lettering at the top that I did is originally is paint, and you can always use a pencil and write your words out before
Before you paint them?
them.
Okay.
Yep. You
Just to be on the safe side.
can kind of create your own little font.
But then if you're going to do that, then you might as well use the Sharpie if you're going to write.
The ones at the top, well, I guess. Or if those of you that are really crafty and have Cricut machines, then you can just cut your lettering out.
Oh, yeah. Okay. You want to be fancy.
Although I'll have to say, Aiden figured out how to use the Cricut that I have, which I've had for like 6 months now. And I don't know, maybe I just don't have the right tools to pull the vinyl off of the paper, but that seemed like a lot more work than it was worth.
Oh, wow.
I don't know. So you guys that do that, you're awesome.
All right.
How about we do one that's just real simple that anybody can do?
Right,
And
so they can catch up.
That feminism symbol is this circle with the
With the cross.
on the bottom.
Okay.
You can pick whatever color you want for that. You can do purple, you can do blue, you can do whatever color you want.
Okay.
So I think I did like a navy blue on the original. I did. So I'm going to make a little bit of navy blue, which is just a tiny bit of my blue with a touch of black in it. Touch of black. Little tiny bit of black goes a long way. That's why you always just need really a drop.
Just a drop.
It's so funny. I always put way too much paint on my plate. Again, now I have lots of paint built up on that brush. Rinse it and dry it. Get it back to a point after you've mixed. Twist it on your paper towel. And then you can fill that in.
Okay. Yeah, I want to. Just a little bit. Okay.
If you want to do this for Black Lives Matter, you can go ahead and do that one. That is just black.
Okay.
And then the details of it are kind of outlined in white, which if you have your sketch, we'll go over where the details go in white.
Okay.
So we'll fill that in first. That bigger brush, but I'm just sticking with this little guy. It's just easier to
really
control the tiny brush than it is
a bigger.
Worry about going out of the lines or whatever with the bigger brush.
Okay. No, that can't be. If it was thunder, Aiden would come running downstairs. He would be like, oh no. Well, they said between 2 and now. But I got a funny feeling that once you finish this session and I go outside to take my break, that's when it's gonna come down. They're like, yeah, take your break in the rain, buddy.
Like yesterday?
Yeah. But it's never bothered me. It's never bothered me. I'd sit out there in it. Yesterday was fun. I could have sat out there in that rain.
Again, just
give us an indication of where you are, if everything's okay.
I don't want to move too fast, but I don't want you guys to just be sitting and waiting on me.
Right, we want everybody to be okay. That's the most important thing. There was a few intricate details you had to do right there.
I know, there was a lot of little details there.
I think that's the smallest thing you've ever painted.
On here it is, yes. In real life, no, definitely not.
Oh no, no, I don't mean in real life. But I mean here, I think this is the smallest thing you got people to paint.
Yeah, I know. I realize that it's a challenge to do these tiny little details.
That's why they do it.
But
A lot
yeah.
of people do it because of that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We want to be a little different in a way that you are able to do different things and smaller things and more detailed things.
Right.
As opposed to things that, like, I don't know. Sometimes I look at other paintings and they seem like they're very, I don't know whether they're simple or just
Complicated?
No, I mean, like, looking at other paintings sometimes, like, I feel like they're not a challenge. I don't know. I don't know if I want to say challenge. I don't know where I'm going with it. Never mind.
Okay.
Forget what I was saying.
Well, Hope says I need 1 minute.
Go ahead, hon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. We just want to be able to bring you different things. We want you to be happy with what you're painting.
Right.
We want to give you a little bit of a challenge, but because the bigger the challenge you can conquer, the more empowered you feel to do this more.
Okay.
So, I don't know. It's like everything. I wish I could take my own advice for exercise. But, never works.
Yeah, me too. I can take that same advice.
As I sip my glass.
Uh-huh. There's nothing wrong with you sipping your glass of wine. It's 4 o'clock in
It
the
must be
afternoon.
Reds make me
What?
hot. Like I get really hot.
The red wine?
Red wines, yep. I'm feeling it. It makes you hot.
Yeah, Natalie says, my Rosie is rough.
Rosie's rough. Aw. It's right. It's okay to have a rough Rosie. She needs to be rough.
That's it. That's it.
Listen, if all else fails, this is always what I say. If you really dislike what you've done, hate to say the word hate. If you really dislike what you've done,
Yeah.
you can always let it dry, paint over it, and then if obviously you can't see the sketch on the back from the back of your painting anymore.
Right.
But what you can do is take that Rosie. Okay, oh wait here.
I'll take that Rosie in.
So take Rosie, and what you'll do is put chalk on the back of it. Put chalk on the back of your paper.
Yeah.
Chalk the back.
Yeah.
Put it on your canvas, and then sketch over that chalk. The chalk will transfer to the front of your canvas when it's dry, and then you can paint it that way.
The chalk will stay on the canvas when it's dry?
Right, the chalk will stay on the canvas once it's dry. So,
But you say to put the chalk on the canvas when it's wet?
No.
Or when it's dry?
No. Wait till your painting is dry, and then you can transfer Rosie or whatever your image is from the chalked paper. So you'll chalk the back of your paper, whatever you want to transfer. When your painting's dry, you put it on your canvas and then sketch over it with pencil. Sketch right over the image that you have.
Right.
And that transfers the chalk to your canvas.
Okay.
So that you can use that chalk outline
All right.
as a transfer.
And then just paint her back in, do the chalk outline.
Yep.
Okay.
I've had to do that a couple of times. No, we're not all perfect. Everything, we are harder on ourselves than anybody else. So sometimes we just want to do over, and that's okay too.
All right. Hope says all good.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Let's do our heart. So we'll do the love is love. So I'm going to just grab my red. If you want to try to avoid that image, I guess it's trans sign, right? LGBTQ
Okay.
sign in the center, you can try and avoid it. Otherwise, you can paint over it and then just let it dry and then
paint over that?
Because my red is transparent, so I can see right through it. I'm just gonna go for it and paint over it.
Okay.
Instead of
All right.
trying to paint
So you're just
all
going to paint
this.
inside the heart red.
Yep, I'm just gonna paint the whole thing red because I can see through that red
Right.
to that symbol. It's just faster to do it than to try and get around all those little crevices.
Cool.
Or little details in that heart.
All right.
So filling our hearts. We are yellow in that heart, so I'm going to come down in that heart and do my red in that heart.
Okay.
And I'm going to do a rainbow in there, so I'm going to bring that red down a little bit, just a little bit more, because we'll paint yellow over it to get orange.
Mm-hmm.
Then you don't have to mix a separate color. Okay, so red in our heart. And I just brought that red down that was on the brush down to the top third of the heart that's down in the hand. And then I rinse and dry that brush in a little bit of yellow. I want to come over, kind of just keep wiping over that, the bottom of that red with the yellow, because that makes it orange. Rinse and dry. So we took red to the top third of our heart in red. Rinse and dry, tried some yellow. And then the bottom part of the orange, half of that red, we went over with the yellow for orange.
Yeah, somebody wants me to zoom in for that hand heart.
Okay. So I'll repeat it again, sorry. So we did a third of the heart in the hand, red, rinsed and dry, grabbed some yellow, and then half of the red we went over, we just wiped over with yellow, and that made it orange.
That was for Charlotte.
Okay. Rinse and dry. Let's do another 2 or 3 little stripes of yellow. So we need another third. So first third was red, second third is yellow. So now we have stripe of red, stripe of orange, and a big stripe of yellow.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're going to grab a touch of blue. So a little bit of blue underneath, so the bottom of that yellow, half of that yellow, let's wipe blue over that back and forth, and that makes green. And then you can grab a little bit more blue, and we're filling the bottom of our heart rather, with blue.
Okay.
I just did it this way so you didn't have to mix all those colors on your plate.
Right.
Alright. So bottom third of that heart is blue. I rinsed and dried.
And you made some green.
So yeah, once I went over that yellow with a little bit of blue,
Right.
turned it green, and then I went back and finished the bottom of the heart with blue. And then I'm just going to do a touch of red at the corner, the bottom corner of that heart, which turns it purple.
Okay.
Now we do need purple, so we are going to mix purple. So that is a little scoop of red, a little scoop of blue on your plate. Now you can make this lighter by adding white. You can leave it dark if you like the dark purple,
Mm-hmm.
whatever you prefer. A little bit of paint, so just mix on your plate a purple color that you like, or you can make it whatever color you want to. It doesn't have to be purple.
Okay.
Okay, and let's make sure that we get how messy that brush is. Let's rinse and dry that.
Rinse and dry.
Get all that paint that's built up off of your brush. And then we can go back and paint in the rest of our hand with the purple that we just made. So carefully going around that heart that we just painted in. pencil grip pinky to stabilize on your canvas if you need to have a little bit more control over those brush strokes. We're doing tiny little details now.
We're staying zoomed in.
Good, that's fine. Yep, so I'm just filling in those little areas here for our fingers. Sometimes it helps with that little brush to not paint from the tip of it, but you can use like the edge of it and just sort of press it down, and that almost gives you that shape that you need in those fingers. Down on the canvas. Guess who's coming to visit us next week as well?
Who?
No, this weekend.
Who?
On Saturday.
Who?
Mason and Louise.
They're coming on Saturday? Next week is 4th of July weekend, right? Interesting. They're coming when?
Busy weekend, Saturday. So we have your family on Friday.
So far, yeah.
Alright, we'll give you guys a minute to catch up to that. And let us know when you're ready. Just give us a thumbs up. That you're doing
Yeah.
that part.
Let us know when you're ready. And we'll move on to the next step. Yeah, well, I hope this all turns out nice. I hope it all happens.
Me too.
I would love to see my grandson.
I know you would. I think we are going to have to work on moving the bedding, moving the bed around.
What bed?
Before, like this week.
What bed?
Taking ours apart, putting it in Aiden's room.
Are you sure our bed is coming?
We'll figure it out.
What's to figure out? We can't move nothing until we get our bed.
No, not really, because even if we have to put our mattress on our frame,
Yeah.
then we can do that for now until, because the biggest part is taking ours apart and moving into Aiden's room.
Okay.
So that's the goal for the week.
All right.
So anything to see, as you tell me. He said.
I didn't hear you. What did you say? What was that? I didn't hear it. You gotta repeat, seriously. I was thinking about something when you
Instead
said.
of planting the seed.
Oh, see, you better plant it again because I was thinking about something when you said it.
We have to get the bed moved this week.
Okay, so can't we do it tomorrow?
Yeah.
Then let's do it tomorrow.
Let's do it tomorrow.
Sooner the better.
Absolutely.
We'll get it taken care of.
Yeah. It's gonna be a yucky night out anyway, or day out anyway, so.
All right. So, I guess tomorrow morning I'll empty all of my things out of the bed. That's the part I don't like.
I know, sorry. We'll have to look at some storage bins and stuff that we can slide under our new bed.
Okay.
Alright, how we doing, guys? I'm gonna go back up to my part and outline my part and my little feminism symbol. We can outline those in black while you guys are finishing that
Okay.
hand.
All right. And you're going to outline these symbols with your
I'm just
pencil grip, pinky stabilized
got it.
procedure.
Yep.
And as you can see, she's gripping her brush like a pencil, and she's using her pinky pressed up against the canvas so that she can keep her hand steady as she outlines the symbol.
A little bit of paint at a time, and then rinse and dry it often to get it back to that little point. Nice and dry. Ballerina brush.
Mm-hmm.
That's my little friend calls it. And it's funny, you find a way that is comfortable for you. So I'm always good going down, I'm not good going up.
Oh.
So I always find that like I'm always better going to the left instead of going to the right for some reason.
Mm.
Let's do our heart up here.
Mm-hmm.
I have a feeling this painting is going home with Mason and Marie.
Oh, okay. Nothing wrong with that.
Well, we now have two. So.
That's it. They need to put them in a frame.
Yeah, we'll show you the frame at the end. It does make it, just finishes it fully. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and start on our earth.
Okay.
For science is real. So I'm gonna make a little bit of green. So a little blue, a little yellow together will make a green. Remember to rinse and dry that brush to get it back to a point, get some of that paint off of it if you need to. And then I'm just gonna fill in some of our land areas on the map. It doesn't
Okay.
have to be perfect. It's no one's checking to make sure all your land areas
Matching.
are correct.
See, this is the continent of America. That doesn't look like it. Here's the continent of Africa. Nope, that doesn't look like it. What planet is that? No, what's that? Charlotte says, I'm waiting for the thunder here in New Hampshire.
I think it's thunder in here. I think I hear it. Nobody wants to look.
And she says, do I hear birds at your house?
Yes,
Oh, yeah,
we
you do. Yes, you do.
We have a cockatiel and we have two parakeets. Holly, lavender, and blue.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And you also probably hear Aiden cleaning or vacuuming. One of the other. One or two.
Or he's cleaning a vacuum.
Or he's cleaning a vacuum. That's probably more or less it. Yeah. Aiden's always cleaning something.
Yes, and just so that you people who don't know, Aiden is the vacuum boy. And he's right here on this Facebook, so you go right from here. Matter of fact, Vacuum Boy is one of the links, isn't it, on your Mimosas and Masterpieces page?
Might be. I'm not really quite sure how to tell that.
You see a friend or
It
a
says
page?
pages that this page likes, I think. maybe?
Right. I think you have
Yeah.
like pages or certain pages that are similar or whatever.
Something like that.
Just look for just look for Vacuum Boy, not the Vacuum Boy, Vacuum Boy.
Yeah.
He is the Vacuum Boy, but it just says Vacuum Boy.
He fixes vacuums, fixes, repairs,
Buys
refurbishes,
and buys.
Yeah, buys his own new vacuums. So if you have questions on what vacuum you need, or you have questions on the best thing for your house, or how to fix or do something, I don't know. He's the expert on that in this house for sure.
And you can go to his page, Vacuum Boy, right here on Facebook, and he has tutorials and
Roomba doesn't seem like
and some videos that he does.
I just went right to blue, guys. After I got my green in there, I'm just kind of going around with the water.
So you filled in all of the land areas with your green, and now you're just putting blue in for the water areas. But yes, your talented son has his own business where he repairs people's vacuums. And now he's doing live stream tutorials where he's explaining how to use or how to take apart certain types of vacuums. And and Roomba
Oh my gosh.
and Dbot. He utilizes all of them. He knows how to take them apart, knows how to fix them. He knows every piece and every part, each device, each contraption.
And his new favorite is the Bissell crossfade.
Oh yeah, that's the new one. Yes.
Right? The new favorite is the Bissell crossfade.
Yeah, they asked him that.
No, we're just telling them that they should check out your page.
Yep.
That
They want to buy a
they probably
vacuum.
heard you upstairs tinkering around with
My Roomba.
the Roomba.
Right.
Trying to get it to charge.
Oh, it's not charging?
Nope. Every time I put it on the dock, there's a red light.
Oh no.
So I took all the parts out.
Oh boy. Okay.
Just gonna leave them sitting and see if I put them all back in a couple minutes. It'll work.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Because sometimes when I put it on with the battery in it, the red light and the dirt detector begins. I don't get that. Oh, I'll have to try and fix it. I moved all the sensors out to see if there's any dust in there.
You didn't hear any thunder, right?
Nope. It's still sunny.
Good.
It's sunny and there's a blue sky.
Good.
Alright, I'm hearing things, guys. Oh no, I thought I heard thunder.
Well, you said you
That's
was
me.
having trouble with your drink.
Oh, it is probably you. I'll blame it on Aiden. Probably
I'm
him.
probably
Making
moving a
noise.
Roomba on the floor.
Now I still have this zoomed in.
Okay, good. Alright, so I did the lands and I did the water. I'm just gonna keep moving along so you guys slow me down.
Go ahead.
Alright,
I think they're keeping up with you.
awesome. I'm gonna do the love is love. So I'm just gonna do white inside this symbol here.
Okay.
So just make sure we rinse and dry that little brush in between colors. So top is a little arrow. At the bottom. Now, up to you guys if you want to try and outline that. I'm gonna leave it.
Oh, you mean the symbol inside?
Yeah, I don't know. That's super tiny to outline.
Yeah. That doesn't seem to be necessary. You outlined the heart.
We did. Yeah.
You still gotta outline the earth.
We do. We have to go back and outline the earth. I'm gonna come over to the Black Lives Matter and do the outlining for that in the white as well.
All right.
Okay. So for that one, we need let's like separate the wrist a little bit. So there's a little line here between the fist and the wrist.
Okay.
And these don't have to be perfect, exact little lines. People will get it. Down on this angle where it comes down almost and meets the wrist.
Mm-hmm.
Small diagonal line here in white. And then a small vertical line almost in the center of the wrist.
Mm-hmm.
One, two. If you want to add a little highlight on her lips, you can add a little highlight on her lips too. Right, so we have our Black Lives Matter, we have Love is Complete, Feminism is complete, Happiness is complete, Kindness is complete. We just have to outline our earth and add some, a little bit of white in our water. So I'm just grabbing that little brush with the white again
Mm-hmm.
and sort of just tapping some white in the water areas.
Okay.
There's no, right or wrong way. Just a little bit of white in there. And then you may outline your circle for Earth. Use that pencil grip, pinky to stabilize there. Great. So the last thing is our lettering.
Okay.
So, up top, you can paint it. You can write it with pencil first and then paint it. You can go to Sharpie. The little ones down here on the bottom, I am going to just go with my Sharpie,
Sharpie,
and write
okay.
those out.
I'm sure you spell it correctly. So if you make a mistake spelling, then what you would have to do is paint over it and then start all over again.
Yep.
Okay. Are you doing the pencil grip pinky?
We did.
Comes in handy with a magic marker too.
Crayon.
You're getting a cramp?
Make sure your background is all dry. Should be
What if it isn't dry?
before you do marker.
Then they should put a fan on it or something?
You do that. Alright, let's paint our words. Alright.
All right, you're gonna
Don't
paint.
keep painting.
What brush are you gonna use?
I'm sticking with that little brush.
Okay.
I'm gonna go down and then up.
You're gonna go down and then
I'm
up.
gonna do
We believe.
first.
Okay. And this is gonna be a lot of dipping
Yeah.
and then rinsing. and making it a point.
Yep.
Oh man, hold up. I gotta shrink it back because they can't even see that. Well, I gotta lift it up. Okay, there we go. They were still looking at the symbols, which I'm pretty sure they're still working on. Yeah, it looks a little better. See, that makes me think of I before E, except after C.
I had to say it in my head.
Oh, you had to say it in your head?
I always say it in my head. I still do it.
I before E, except after C.
There's certain things that don't.
Right, and I was the student in school that would bring that up. Because I hated rules. And I'd always find the one instance in that case that rule didn't apply. I came from really, well, you know, I came from really good English teachers, and I'm still friends with my English teachers from grammar school and high school on Facebook. I'm very proud of that.
You were a teacher's pet, just like me.
Yeah, but the teachers used to be like, you know, I would always try to bring them a challenge. If they didn't say something that didn't sound right or wasn't right, I would bring it up right away. I would not hesitate. And it's just good that, you know, I don't know, I'm just proud of the fact that some of my hardest teachers, like my English teachers, they were hard. Okay? Yeah, I was always a good student, but they was always very strict about how to frame and format a sentence. You know, how to do a paragraph. Always use the proper English. Now, I don't always use the proper English, but I do pride myself in constructing a really good, tight sentence.
And Jennifer's a writer and used to hate all that.
Right, see, and you're the writer.
I love writing. I could write forever, but I am just not a reader.
No, see, I'm a reader.
Reader.
And that's, you know, that's the thing. That's the opposite. I'm the opposite. I'm the reader, and I don't like terrible use of the English language. And it actually affects how I perceive something if it's not written correctly.
Agreed. No, I feel the same way.
And then I'm also a spelling bee champion, so that's the other thing I go crazy about. As people spell words and they use the wrong words.
Yes.
Oh, it's just so frustrating. Yeah, so she didn't tell you that when you're finished doing your letters, then the last step that you're going to do is you're going to initial and date somewhere on the bottom of your painting.
You can put it wherever you
or wherever you like.
Some artists have like a little trademark or
or a logo.
hide it or something.
Right.
So I'm always the bottom left or bottom right of my canvas, depending. I think what it is when I'm painting like this, it's the bottom left. When I'm painting a sample by myself and I'm in front of it and not on the side of it, I'm the bottom right.
Okay.
So that's how
that
you
makes
know
sense.
whether it's a sample or it's or it's done live.
Okay. That's good to know, because when we do this gallery thing, we're going to know which ones were live ones and which ones were the sample or
really
the prototype.
Funny. Typically, I guess I feel not rushed, but I think sometimes I feel rushed in person when we're doing in-person events.
Yeah.
And I think I do the step quickly to get it done so that I can walk around.
Right.
So we're walking around while we're doing these in-person events, and then mine doesn't always come out, you know, like 90% of the time, the original sample that I paint, I like better than what I do as a live thing. But doing it this way, virtually, I have the time to really do it. And I almost always like my painting when I'm doing live just as much as, if not more, than the original.
Well, now Charlotte has a question.
Go ahead.
She says, what did you use to add the detail to her hair? And did you add clouds to the earth?
I added, yep, so I went with that tiny brush. I stuck with that little tiny brush that we have. So in her hair, yeah, you want to zoom for?
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, so yes, in her hair, I just added two little, almost, one is like a little vertical dot and one is a little horizontal dot. Just white in her hair, just for two little, I don't know, they're like highlights, I guess. And then in the earth, I just grabbed that same brush and sort of stippled some of the white in there. So you're just kind of tapping the white in that blue on the water.
Right, but you used, what brush did you
I
use?
used that little brush.
And you did stippling with that little brush?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard to tell. I kind of just dabbed some white in there.
So you just poked a little white on there.
Mm-hmm.
You call that stippling.
Right, call it stippling.
Okay, so that's all she has to do is just take to put the clouds to the earth. It's just a little tap.
Yeah, just a couple.
She just got to make sure she rinses and dries that brush and makes it a point.
Right.
And then she just taps
Yep.
the little white spaces on there.
You got it. That is it. So on our website, what we have, so the website, not the Facebook page.
Right.
Website, lumosasmasterpieces.com is the website. We've added links, so you know, for virtual supplies. So you can order from Amazon. They're all links to Amazon. Amazon is not the cheapest for your supplies.
Okay.
Not always, but we have some other like kind of unique things on there too for you. So something like this, especially if you know you're painting that you really enjoy and you like it, and you don't just want to hang up just the painting.
Right.
There are links to things like a floating frame. So it looks finished, and it's really a piece that you can put. You know, I mean, of course you can hang your canvas right on the wall.
Yes.
But I don't know, like a frame just makes you know, like this is a finished piece.
Yeah, it
And
does
it's
make it look
so
nicer.
Great to give as a gift to somebody if you want to give those canvases away that you're painting with me.
It's better to put them in a frame and give it to somebody.
I think somebody would probably
Appreciate it more. Okay,
than
I get you now. I understand what you're saying. Okay, because the painting to you, you're making the painting, you created it, you brought it into
Yeah.
existence,
Yeah.
and it's special to you.
Right.
And
right.
you're giving it to somebody, and that you want them to feel that this is something. You're not just going to give your painting to anybody.
Right.
Okay, you're going to give it to somebody. You want them to feel special because you feel special making it.
Yeah.
But I get it now. Putting it in a frame makes it even more special. It makes it go like, wow, you giving this to me? Yeah. I get it now. The frame does make the painting even more. It just adds more to the.
Yeah, I mean, and there's.
You
tons-
can't take away from the creativity of the painting, okay? But to dress it up, that's what it's doing. It's dressing it up even more.
Yeah. I mean, there's tons of different ones that you can use too. I'm gonna like dip the. Sorry.
No, I understand now because I wasn't getting the frame thing. I was like, well, okay,
What's the big
you know,
deal?
yeah, what's the big deal with the frame? The painting, because like you see how you got them on the back of the wall there? I'm like, there's nothing wrong with that. You put them up there like that, just hang it up.
Right. No.
Especially when you're proud of something, you're like, yeah, I want it up there now. I don't, you know,
Right.
I don't know anything
I know,
about
but I
a
don't know,
frame.
Sometimes, I don't know, a frame just makes. Your
Yeah, it
piece.
does
really
because
does.
you can get a frame in any way. You can get like that frame is different.
So right, so they're all different.
See, that looks like a C-type frame. You got an old wooden
Right.
frame.
This is like a reclaimed wood thing, and I'm sure that this is like unavailable again. But it's just like to show you, like it's not just.
Right, it
you
does
know,
something to your painting.
Right.
The kind of
And we did
frame
this-
that you have.
If you didn't do this hot air balloon on Friday, go back and do it. It's a beautiful painting.
Yeah.
And they are coming out gorgeous. The pictures that people are sharing with us. are
Yeah, that the
amazing.
paintings that they did with us that day.
So good.
And you put them in a frame and it just adds more to it.
Yeah, I don't know. I enjoy
It does.
painting
It's
in a
cool.
frame. I don't know about.
Wow, man.
Yes. So that is it. Let us know if you have any other questions. questions before
Before we sign off and take a break, because we'll be right back tonight at 7 o'clock. It'll be here before you know it. And we're doing those booze fairies right up there in the left-hand corner up there.
Yeah.
And if you don't want to, have booze in the hands of your fairies, you can put magic wands in the hands of your fairies.
Yes.
That's for anybody that's doing a family night tonight, or kids, or young people who don't drink.
And similar to what we did with the In This House, there is a small sketch in the event
Of the
with
fairies?
the 2 fairies, just the outlines of the fairies.
Right.
So you can get those to your canvas first, and then we make our trees around your fairies.
Right.
Okay. Just so you know, if you're interested in that tonight.
And Charlotte says, did you outline hand and feminism symbols too?
I outlined the feminism. I didn't outline the kindness is everything. It's kind of like dark, so I was.
So you just left it like that?
Yeah, I didn't outline that one.
Okay.
Put that one up
That's
there
tonight.
for later. This one is going to Mason. I'm unsure.
All right, so your brother's getting that one.
I think so. And this one is going in our living room.
Okay.
This one. It's time to cover up the trees, I think.
It's time to cover up the trees?
Yeah.
No, what are you talking about? The family trees?
Yeah.
You can't cover the family trees. That's got all our peoples on there.
All the people.
Yes, all your family, all my family. No way. How dare you? You can't do that. How dare you? That's disrespectful.
You can't get. I gotta get rid of them sometime.
You don't want any of your family to walk in there and go, oh, wow, what the hell? You just covered my name up with something? What the hell? That's not good.
No, I mean like.
Really? You can't do that.
Your family's on a whole different wall. I'll leave
Don't
that one
even
there.
mess with my family. My family will come in there and will be ready to wreck stuff, okay? Oh, so she gonna put something over my name? What the hell? They'll be ready to go off on you.
Stop. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, don't even think about them trees. Leave them trees alone.
Alright.
Yeah, find a space somewhere on the wall if you can. And if you want to hang a painting up,
Trees take up the entire living room.
and that's that. That's it. And that's their room. All the names on them trees.
Well, we have big family.
That's right. And if any of them at any time come in there and see their name is covered, they will have a fit. Yeah, they would. They would be like, oh, really? What the hell did I do? What did I do to you? I could see them telling me, why? Why did you do it?
Oh my goodness. Stop it. I love it. This one is good.
Yeah, well, we want to thank everybody for coming out here
Thank you guys.
this
so
late
much.
afternoon and under whatever conditions, and come to paint with us, especially our newcomers. We're so grateful for Natalie and
Thank
for
you,
Rachel
Natalie and
for
Rachel.
joining us today. And we hope that we get you back.
Yeah, we'll be back at 7 o'clock. We're going to charge up the phone.
Yep, charge
We're
up
gonna
everything,
make
get ready.
dinner.
Are you going to make
Yeah.
dinner?
Yeah, I'll start dinner and then we will
All right.
be back in a few hours.
And I'll try to take a nap or something so I can get ready for the next
Oh
round.
my goodness. And nap.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I need a nap. I'm tired.
Oh. You napped yesterday at 6 o'clock and you didn't get up until.
Yeah,
9
I was
this morning.
exhausted. You've been putting me through the grinder.
Stop it.
Okay, that last painting took a while. Even though they all came out real great, it took a while.
Stop.
And the double headed today, so I'm a little exhausted.
Tell Dad to stop barking.
And then we've got tomorrow. Nothing tomorrow scheduled? Oh, see, then I'll get some rest.
No, nothing tomorrow. Tuesday is the private event. That we are outdoors for.
So we're going to do our first outdoors.
Yeah.
So they're not going to cancel it?
We've been talking. I said we'll just keep an eye on the weather, and if we need to move it, we move it. But as of now,
It's still on. Even though it's supposed to storm that day. Are we going to try to sneak in there and get one in before the storm?
We're talking at like 6.
How many people are we going to be doing?
It's only 10.
Oh, okay, so we can knock that out.
Yeah, it's a little one.
If you was going to say like 20 or 50,
No.
that's too many. Yeah, we have to we got to set up easels or they're going to have their own.
Because they're using 12 by 12 canvas, we're
Yes.
just gonna have them put them flat on the table instead of because if they're up on an easel and there's any wind at all, they'll blow.
So they're gonna all have tables.
So they're gonna have a couple of tables, and then there'll be only.
Well, can we bring those little easels just in case?
You can bring the easels.
And they can put the easels on the tables and they can paint. If it's
Yeah.
not super windy,
Right. The problem is if there's any winds at all.
then we ain't gonna do that. We'll do
they
Plan
go
B.
Right off the easels.
Right, and we'll do Plan B.
No purpose in.
You're gonna have to move with good pace on that one, because we don't know what we're gonna be up against. I'm pretty sure we're gonna be up against this.
I think they're calling for them in the early part of the day.
No, that's not what I saw on the news. I've been watching for those 2 showers on Tuesday and Wednesday. They're gonna rain all day. It's gonna be storm. They didn't say showers. They said storms.
I did tell her, if we need to move to Thursday, I'm open Thursday in the early part of the day if I need to, but I don't know if that's gonna work out. Thursday's the hippopotamus, so.
Oh yeah, you don't want to mess with your Christmas in July theme. No way, man.
Yeah, I know.
Now Natalie says thank you,
You're welcome, Natalie.
and Hope says thank you.
You're welcome, Hope.
Hope and Sophie, excuse me.
And Hope and Sophie.
That's
Thank you,
right.
Sophie.
They both were there.
Mark's
Yes.
Sorry for his words.
For my words.
Oops.
Yes. Thank you, everybody.
You're welcome. Have a great afternoon.
And we'll be back at 7. You want to come back and join us? Feel free, because we will be back.
It's going to be a good one, guys.
See you later.
Bye.